Bella, let's talk shop and interior design. And, first of all, I absolutely love what you've done with the shop. What's the inspiration and, for instance, which architects did you go to? And how did you explain to them what you really wanted?
Well, I worked with an architect who I'd worked with on my flat. So I've lived in the same place for a long time, and after a certain amount of time I decided to try to make it as nice as possible. And I've worked with a woman called Maria Speak, who has a company called Retruvius, and so she helped me do my flat, and then she was the person I wanted to work with here. And she's great, she's fantastic. I get on with her really well. She's easy to work with, but she's so imaginative and has great ideas. And then she said, well, I think you should make it like your flat. And I thought, perfect. I like to be at home. I would rather be there mostly than anywhere. So if I make this place like my flat, my home, like I have carpet, I've got red carpet, I've got green carpet, and this grey colour on the wall, that's my kind of main colour that I like. It's good for hanging things on, painting.
I think when you come in, you definitely sense comfort again. We were talking about it in the clothes earlier on, and a certain sense of total relaxedness and no pressure whatsoever.
Yeah, well, I don't want totally no pressure. I want there to be a feeling of like easygoingness and curiosity, and I think she's done that really well.
Well, was that it must have been extremely important for you to have identification that if you are the brand and the brand is you, for it to reflect like your home in the shop to be the same, I guess.
Well, it's not entirely that, but it's more, there are certain things in my home that I like, so those are the things I would think of, but I don't want it to be too formulaic, and also I don't want my home to be like a kind of awful thing I roll out. I want there to be some of the things about it that I like, and there are certain colours that I seem to go back to in terms of interiors, and these are some of them. And like the yellow, I've got that, but in a different, it's not like I don't have a yellow room, I have some of the hallway that's yellow, and so it's like I can arrange things. If I know what the sort of background is, then I can think the clothes would look nice in that. I see them on my floor or whatever, so I think they could work.
Mm-hmm. So how would you describe it? Is it an eclectic mix of retro chic?
No, I would never really use those terms. I suppose I think of the things that I like I like libraries. I like the feeling of suppressed information, that there is things there that you don't see necessarily immediately. I like colour, but I like it to be sort of to suggest something else. And then, I love the way that things evolved, because we didn't have a ton of money to throw at it, like the floor, which is just boards painted, but Maria had this idea of putting these strips of brass, and I love brass. It's just, I don't know why, I just happen to like it.
It's got this Kandinsky feel to me. I see these lines and I think definitely art.
I don't know, it just seems to work. Anyway, I like it. So when she said that, I thought, oh, that would be fantastic. And it's like when you go into a good building and you think how you could be within that. So she had really good ideas, and then I love mirrors as well, and then I wanted a big mirror here, and these are actually doors, and we had one of them that was just leaning against the wall, and I remember saying, oh, I wish we had a bigger one, and then someone remembered there were two doors, so we put them on the wall, and then things like making the cushions,
Absolutely, it all comes together very nicely.
Yeah.
Do you think there might be a homeware collection on the way for you?
Maybe, yeah. It's something I'd like to do. I think it would be. I feel like I've got some ideas that I'd like to turn into something. So I hope so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So here's for the future, Bella Freud homeware collection. You heard it here first.